Hey everyone. So about a week ago, I made a video about this new SofaBaton X2 smart remote, and they just came out with a big firmware update yesterday. So I wanted to make a quick video going over the changes, what I think is good, what I think is not that great, since SofaBaton doesn't release any notes to them. So the things that I found. So let's check those out. So starting off, they made one very big change that to me, I absolutely love. And if you watch my video before, one of the biggest problems that I had with this is that when you're using this remote, if the screen isn't on, then these physical buttons don't work. So you would have to hit a button to wake the screen and then hit it again if you want to press that button. Some people may like that. That was the number one thing that I didn't care for, and they actually fixed that with this firmware update. So that one was absolutely huge for me. Not sure it's for everyone, but that was a big one. Another change that they made is they added some more brightness settings. So originally it went down to 20%, which even at the lowest setting was not that dim, but now they actually added a 5 and 10%, and it does get very dim. So this was a very welcome change as well, because you can much better customize how dark you want it to get. They also added a vibrate function to launching activities. So now when you launch an activity, there's an actual vibrate that you feel in the remote. So I'm kind of indifferent to that. I didn't need it before, but it is a change they made. There is something bad about that that I'm going to go over in the other section, but that's a change they made. They also added a power off animation. So when you are powering everything off, it goes as turn off activity screen. I don't believe that was there before. And then really the last change that I noticed, whether this is good or bad, neither one, is they switched the sync and the settings button on this homepage. So sync used to be in this bottom left and settings in the middle on the right. They just swapped the two of those, which I'm okay with, because this setting, it was a little easier to mispress here, and I'd rather go to settings and to sync. So that's pretty much all what I feel were the good changes, or at least the not bad changes from the new firmware update. Okay, now let's quickly go over what I think may potentially be bad parts of this update. So as I mentioned earlier, they added that new vibrate when you're launching an activity, which I think the feel is good, but it's actually kind of loud in the sound it makes. You actually hear the vibrate take place. If it's, if there's noise going on, it's not that loud, but if it is quiet, it is very noticeable. I'm going to put it up to the mic here and see if you can notice that sound. It's just this little kind of mechanical whir. Let me do it one more time. And that's part of the update with that vibrate. So some people may not like the sound, but this leads me into, I think, the number one thing that I think SofaBaton has to do to make these things better. They made some changes in here which are great, but the problem is they don't allow any of these to be customized. So I would think any of these things you should be able to turn on or off depending on who you are. Like the physical button press when the screen's asleep, that may work for me, but it may not work for other people. They may prefer to have it. Like if you want to change an activity and you're watching something, you have to hit a button first to be able to do it. And now that button might do something on the screen. So there are some people that like it, some don't. So giving the option to do that. Also that vibrate, that should be an easy one. You should be able to turn that off if you don't want it. And moving tiles around. So SofaBaton, please just give some options to these things. So for most people, they're probably positives, but you could make a lot more people happy if you just gave an option to turn them on or off. Okay, and that's really it. So those are the updates that I noticed in the firmware update 6. So if there's anything I missed or something else that you noticed, let me know in the comments. But so far, I think those are mainly great updates, but let me know what you think, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.